pH can be defined as a measure used to determine the acidity and the alkalinity of a solution.
In the pH scale, the substances with low numbers are called acids, for example, stomach acid, and the substances with high numbers are called bases. When the substances are in the middle of the scale, they are called neutral, like water.
As shown in the image, the pH scale goes from 0 to 14. In order for a substance to be considered an acid, its pH needs to be higher than 0 and lower than 7, while in order to be considered an alkaline, its pH needs to be between 7 and 14. A substance with a pH of 7 is considered a neutral substance.
Acids and bases are two extremes that describe chemicals, just like hot and cold are two extremes that describe temperature. Mixing acids and bases can cancel out their extreme effects, much like mixing hot and cold water can even out the water temperature.
Each unit of change in the scale represents a change in acidity or alkalinity, and that is the negative logarithm of the effective hydrogen ion concentration in gram equivalents per liter of the solution.
Alkalosis is the condition in which there is an excess of bases in the body fluids. When alkalosis is set up, you might experience nausea, numbness, pronounced muscle spasms, muscle twitching, and hand tremor.
If it isn't treated right away, severe symptoms can be developed, such as dizziness, difficulty breathing, confusion, stupor, and coma.
There are many kinds of alkalosis, which can be respiratory as consequence to low carbon dioxide levels in the blood, metabolic, caused by too much bicarbonate in the blood, hypochloremic, is extreme lack or loss of a chloride, and hypokalemic, that is kidneys response to lack of potassium.
Acidosis is an excess of acids in the body fluids due to the lack of alkaline reserves. As a result, there is an abnormally low pH. There are two different types of acidosis. The metabolic one, which happens when kidneys are not able to get rid of acid buildup or when the body gets rid of too much base, and the respiratory one, which happens when lungs don't eliminate CO2 properly.
The pH plays a very important role in the process of alkalosis and acidosis because the pH of the blood goes from 7.35 to 7.45. It is known that the process of alkalosis takes place when the pH of the blood goes over 7.45 because the blood absorbs more bases. And it is known that the acidosis process takes place when the pH of the blood goes under 7.35 because the blood absorbs more acids.
As it was mentioned before, in alkalosis, the accepted values of pH go from 7.45 to 14, as it presents an excess of bases, while in acidosis they go from 0 to 7.35, as it presents an excess of acids.
In the units of the pH scale in the processes made in the blood when the body is trying to regulate the pH is that when it's acidosis, when it falls below the 7.35, is that there's a lot of acid production within the body. There's consumption of substances that are metabolized to acids. There's decreased acid excretion, and there's increased excretion of base. Then in the alkalosis one, it's when the pH rises above 7.45, and it can be about electrolyte disturbances caused by, for example, prolonged vomiting or severe dehydration, administration or consumption of base, and or hyperventilation. So these are all the things that could happen if the pH units changes. It could be up or down in the scale, but it doesn't matter which way it goes, it will be bad for the body. It will be unbalanced.